some nuclear knowledge you need, otherwise known as tank for short, that really wins these games. So let's see who jumps into one first and rocks it out off the bus on this island.
That was beautiful. Beautiful right there. Tank. Would not have caught that if you didn't spell it out for us, but thank you. Now we're checking out where everyone's landing. And this is going to be a telling tale because the tanks have ruled. You got to be landing somewhere with a tank, or you have to go take someone down that's rocking a tank at least.
Trying to take down Macwood off spawn, I don't think that's going to be too easy. A lot of these guys, that's what you got to remember too, right? Yeah, they're using the tanks, but they're also beasts in terms of just raw player skill. You have to attack a Titan that turns into a 8-headed Hydra once they get into a tank. Every single possible variation of this fight is bad for these new up-and-comers.
Oh, yeah. And if you just think about like taking a pure aim fight with some of these guys, there's just a few people you're not going to win against. And we saw that happen earlier in the games, players just aligning straight up. And then there's always in the back of your head, you're like, oh, I got to build. And then you take a second to try and build, it doesn't work. And then you just have that panic that happens internally.
Now look at the panic right now. Asians and Kanata, all the worries sent back to the lobby. Ike getting smacked once again. Might not be top 10 all the time in placements in these games, but they're taking out big names off spawn.
Definitely are. And we see, looks like NPen and Honey Owner getting some elims off spawn as well. Punisher fighting some of the IO guards off spawn. He's taking the blimp over at Tilted Towers. He's playing with Zemi. These two are also contested though. There's a number of players here at Tilted.
Law is in the business. See if he has that third person peak advantage. Punisher's going to be waiting for now. A slower start to the game overall from what we've seen before.
Do you see jumping right here on Qua? Zemi takes him down, and that's two. Oh, actually just one elims. Looks like someone else was taking out Jack earlier. Now we see Punisher going to pick him up. Rhythm and Assassin down below. They're not going to wind up getting in any action there, but we do see some action taking place. We got Joe and Crackley looking for Sizz and Shades, trying to get their revenge. These two have battled off spawn here, and it looks like we're just sitting in a bush. The Sizz and Shades classic.
This tank gets close. I think they're going to be able to just jump in and start this fight in a creative way. Shots taken on all sides. Sizz already down. Shades cannot catch up. And the reigns of terror from that second game are taken out before the third one even starts.
There it goes. The tough thing is you got to be able to hit your shots on that tank because there is some vulnerabilities on the players, but it's really hard to focus on what's going on when you just have a tank running down your throat.
It's mega tough, and it'll be fine for now. All chilling, ready to go. This is the tank that basically won the last game. Let's see if we can do it in this one. As they move around the map, I see a little bit of a picture of a hotel right now inside Condo Canyon. In terms of bed and breakfast, SBG, what is your go-to breakfast?
My go-to breakfast? I like a sausage, egg, and cheese on a bagel. That's probably my go-to if I get to pick.
Okay.
What about you?
Steak. What are your thoughts for breakfast?
I have thoughts, and that is a great breakfast.
Yeah, the number one thought I've had from people when told about this secret sauce recipe of a breakfast is, how did I not think of this before? Try it, my man. It'll change your life.
Yeah, I definitely do some steak and eggs when I got leftovers, but you know, as adults, there's no rules. You can cook whatever you want, whenever you want. So steak at 8 a.m., 2 in the afternoon, or 5 o'clock in the evening, whatever you want.
It's dinner time somewhere, and right now, Punisher and Zemi really eating these anvil missiles, rocking all the way down. If you don't have a tank, you can basically make one yourself.
They're just raining them down. This might be a mistake, though, because you want those for later when all the vehicles are running around. They're kind of wasting them, and these players actually do get in a vehicle. That's not the right move against the anvil, because it will lock on. We do see Zemi getting some shots there. I don't know that they're going to want to chase this, as there's a number of players here, and it looks like Slack's Clarity also in a truck right nearby, so everyone's just running around. Someone's gonna have to make a play for that tank, because that thing is looking so nice.
See this drive forward at all. Clarity's already in. Slack's ready to go too. They're getting bullied though. Clarity, driver's hatch broken, and now he's in a little bit of trouble. He's back inside that whiplash, trying to drive, but one of the wheels is shot. Still luxuriously gold though, as we look at it fall beneath the bridge. Slacks though picks things up, and they're still getting bullied as they move out.
That's right. Someone else putting it on is not. He's using that heavy sniper, one of my favorite weapons ever in the game. Just being able to like smack people, and oh, it looks like there were some shots coming through. Okus gets Kaz, and he's gonna try and jump on Bank here. Following this up, Bank has got nowhere to go. He goes down. A little nice play there with the shockwave. Following that one up, we see Okus hitting them shots, and nice little refresh here.
Enjoy it. This is the most creative this game is going to get. The deeper that we go, the more room we'll show. It's going to be a nice vehicle battle already. Punisher picks up Zimi. They're gone. An assassin also soon ready to go. Everyone has a chance for the vehicle. They're going to go all the way back up to home base as well in that blimp. Looks like Tilted central portion of the map has control, has that zone for now. Zombies up top, and everyone's looking good.
Yeah, this could be the first game where we really see the blimp take over. We haven't necessarily seen a ton of blimp play just yet. Just kind of off spawn, maybe like a first zone or two people going at it in the blimp. Now we might have the shot to see how powerful the blimp is in zero builds when everyone has to rotate into it.
Too much power around for now. I like the mantling in combination with gliding. It really makes that, you know, extra step you need prevalent. You can get to so many other spots without the hassle of having the perfect glide.
Would 100% agree. Especially like when you're moving in an end game. I think that's probably the biggest use for the mantling.
I love how there's a bridge that has so many stop gaps for vehicles, and the most flimsy whiplash high-speed luxurious car can roll through them like it's paper.
I was talking about that like day one. I was like, okay, you just drive like these. What is supposed to be stopping a vehicle it just quickly ran through with like no damage to the vehicle. I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that.
It's interesting, super interesting. Oh man, the one game that Punisher switches POIs and drops, his old home has the home zone, so that's gonna be tough. At least they have tilted control. They don't get to have a tank though, and looks like their entire big 8-wheelers being stolen too. Okay, so the torches can't fix tires then, I guess, right?
No, it can. So once it gets back up to full HP, the tires are fixed.
For real?
For real, for real.
That is crazy. Yeah. Hey man, shout out to torches.
They were uber prevalent in the competitive mode. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. It might not fix the chonker tires. I know it fixes regular tires.
Does it fix, like, I guess just the important ones, like the back two?
I don't know how this works.
Listen, we don't need to know, right? Because actually we might need to for the next few days, but after that, be in the back recesses of our minds. We'll see exactly where these guys go with 4 out of the 6 tires they have so far. If my math is correct, maybe it's more. Listen, the truck is moving. That's what important right now. And past that, everyone is getting ready to just be in driving mode, just ready to relax and let the late game come to them.
You know, I'd have to guess that the tires are actually working because they weren't taking damage there. Normally when your tires are shot out, the vehicle takes damage. So maybe we're just not seeing that. I want to point out, look at all these makeshift parking garages that people are figuring out. I don't know that you're allowed to park there.
I think there could be a permit you could apply for it, right? Construction permit, what the heck are you doing type beat permit, and then parking permit, just 3.
Yeah, we're like, hey, I know you're trying to have lunch at this place, but I'm going to put my car right into the kitchen.
Get up the food a bit faster. I like it. We're watching a little bit of kart racing, it looks like, as everyone moves through Greasy Grove. That's a real garage, but we're going to park a semi-truck into it. Very nice.
You know, your casual residential semi-truck.
Yep. Who needs a roof? These guys.
Larson going for the living room parking job.
Ah, that one's taken. Yeah. So that third permit not there. I love how civil everyone is as well. They understand you're just looking for a parking spot. There's no point to really fight right now. C4 and the anvil missiles ready to go as well. So hide and seek is really looking for the big boom.
Yeah, they're going to be the terror of this lobby. And there's the anvil coming through. They're trying to hide.
Oh,
that was close. Almost took him down, but they're going to heal that back up pretty quickly. Hide and seek. Taking some notes. Using that anvil. Making sure that he's going to be able to take down some trucks. And TK goes down, so Chap's able to clean up TK. And it looks like those two are in an engagement.
And that Crackly, we know they're in a very important vehicle right now. It's that tank. Looks like Gandhi and Dictating are the ones to do damage to them for now. We're trying to get right back in and drop the pressure down. One shot hit. The tank is moving backwards fast. Gandhi is trying to keep up, but he's getting beamed and now eaten by the storm. What happened? What is this? Gandhi down. No time for peace. Dictating. He's now a solo. They were so close to stopping the tank, but not even these guys to take it down.
The pro plays to stay alive in the tank. We see those guys bait out like an empty tank and then jump in it, take them down real quick. But as nice as that was, the 3 points probably not worth the lack of HP here for Crackly and Joe.
Judging by what happened to Sizz and Shades, yeah, you need about 400 HP to survive this end game, even in a tank. You start getting damaged. I know Joe is outside the vehicle for now. There is someone behind him in the storm. Could drop down on him at any moment. 150 damage, not too hard to deal by yourself. That kid will be there. It's Logic coming in from the far side, but looks like they're even driving outward somewhere else. How do people have enough heals to do this is my question. Maybe there's some med mists in play as they move around. Attack and Cardi are still moving in. It looks like we're into another drive-in of a town. No, this is the OG Greasy. Okay, so we're chilling still in these garage houses that are controlled by one duo each.
Yes, now going for the refill, just casually in the center. You do see shots coming through. Jackson, Rotten Twinkies, trying to hide. But that's not happening with Coney Owner right over there. But I think it looks like Death is knocked, and now they're getting tagged up by a different team. They have to be able to take out that tank quickly enough. Oh, we have an open tank. That could be nice.
That tank just blew up. Yep.
Yeah.
Open tank towards the skies and hop in the sedan and get out as fast as possible. 26 duos, a little bit fat for this lobby. But that's what we'd like to see. Jackus and Rotten putting their lives on the line to get all tanks out of play. They have a porta potty to use to get out, but if one shot lands, that could mean disaster.
Yeah, they're doing the lobby's work for them right here. Tanks are firing away. They know that that's one of the dangerous positions, is that team up on that natural high ground position. But nonetheless, hey, they're still doing all right, hanging on for now. Definitely still going to be a focus. We do see Tommy getting picked up. D-Gen and Chap hiding out in a bush, taking the good old bush strats out of season 1.
Gonna be low key for now. Looks like we're ending over Greasy as well. So all these cars, all these 8-wheelers, sedans, trucks have not really even used their fuel. They haven't taken the most amount of damage. Everyone's wondering exactly what to do for them as well. 2 trucks driving by, so repairs are gonna be tough to make, but double the HP to actually use. Crackly just popped off and took down tank takers all the way up top on that crane. I'm looking at one more tank left. That's Macwood and Threats. They're getting shot down. No, that's Joe's on the other side. There's still 2-3 tanks in play.
It does look like Joe gets knocked here by Nets, so Crackley's gonna have to make something happen, but I don't know that they're gonna be able to get back up to that tank. You can't build up to it, and nothing tells me, oh, that's just gone. See ya. Now Macwood and Threats, this is a position they feel quite comfortable in, and we've seen them before. They're just watching fights go on and taking shots at this tank. Look at that. Everyone's just playing their game, but there is another tank. Looks like that's Casker and Enpen? No, AV and Casker, sorry.
Hey, Enpen's also in the business. He was inside that tank. You're not incorrect, and that tank was one that's in trouble. Just look at the positioning for Macwood and Threats. You mentioned it a little bit, just perfect spot where the right can't really see you. They have a lot more to deal with. The left is blocked off by so many hills. You just have open season in terms of shots from both the turret and the big cannon as well. This is just tough on all sides, and I believe right now with Joe down and that tank blowing up, when we tune in with his POV, they're the final big boomstick left in the lobby.
This is exactly what you want if you're those two. Be in the final tank. Looks like SJ does go down. We saw him going for the heal off in the previous game, so not executing to the best of his abilities this game. Likely gonna try it again. Now Threats and Macwood are on the hunt. Everyone else is just gonna have to run away because good luck trying to take out these two.
Or just firepower domination. Janman and Logic, they make it to the top 15 for now. Still good placement points. I feel like overall, they're popping off. They're the ones, though, to take down Macwood before in the overall standings. This time, it's up to Macwood to try to clinch that lead. Cease and Vert chilling in the bush for now, but I know that Macwood also just doesn't like trees. He might chop down a few in front of him and find these guys just hiding out right down below.
And anyone that moves, this becomes a target for these two. They got 3 elims. Now, they know, though. A lot of these other players know that if you start focusing on these tanks, it won't be an issue. And we see a significantly less number of tanks and vehicles here in this game. So players are learning. It's not exactly the same, but as I say that, we see Threats and Macwood both have repair torches to make sure that tank goes absolutely nowhere.
They found an extra repair torch on the ground as well. They've taken out so many different bodies. They basically just get to control as much as possible what's going on outside their tank and inside the health of it as well. They're back up to full HP.
It's just too easy. This guy's just simply dominating the lobby. Thank you very much. It's like Paper takes down Road Shark. They're watching a fight happen. And they're just sitting here enjoying the views once again. But instead of it being a front row seat, they're up in the balcony seats watching everything happen from down below them.
That's now electing to use a few of his own ammunition. Doesn't want to cause too much attention overall from the side of the tank. Wants it to be a little bit harder of a shot too. Head body's gonna be a bit smaller from this angle on this seat.
Snipes coming through, but nothing connects. Season Vert actually having a pretty good game. 6 elims already. Hiding out in a bush. They're gonna have to make a rotate too soon, which will expose them to the tank. But if Ocus keeps the attention of Macwood and Threats, they might be able to make a little rotate. And unlike the previous games, we only have a couple of vehicles here.
This is Crackley in the driver's seat and Gandhi in the passenger seat. These guys are not on the same team.
Oh,
I don't know what is going on in that truck, but it is not normal.
It's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Butter should just go down from fall damage?
I don't know.
What's going on? Why is Tommy in this car? TZ's down. More shots being taken. I think whoever that guy is that's shooting Cease back just forgot how to use his eyes for a second. I don't know what Crackley's even looking at. Entire car goes down now. Everyone's in trouble. Where did the tank go? How is Macwood down? What happened in the spawn of just a few seconds? That was Nets, Cease, and Threats. I feel like they're the last alive. If Macwood gets this res up, or if Threats does right now, the game is basically just over. It'll be a 2v1. I think it's just a 1v1v1. Nets now inside this truck. It's being beamed all the way down. Cease, the last person, kind of in a situation of 1 HP. There's one more duel left at full HP. It's Ocus. They've done nothing right now. Just kind of sat around. Cease is now pushing in. What a weird endgame. But I'm not even sure who's going to win this one.
Yeah, they definitely don't know Cease is behind them too as Ocus and Nut look over. They explode the last vehicle. Cease goes for a play, but Threat says thank you very much. That's 3 more points. Now we have a final 2v2. Let's see how this plays out. Threats is gonna go up, try and make a play. Throwing Ocus in the storm. He's going for the play on Nut too. Ocus is in. It's an aim battle. Who's gonna win this? Threats is looking good. He's able to take down 1. It's a final 1v1 here for Threats.
The trampoline man went all the way up top. Pops someone all the way down. He can still make this a 2v1, but Nut understands what's going on. Beams down to Threats. You're not going to get away this easily. There's another heal off going on somewhere across the map. Pilkey will take second place, and Nut will be there with the victory royale.
Basically, that 6 zone ends the heal off right there. And what a beautiful game from Ocus and Nut. They just somehow found themselves up on top of everything when there was just pure chaos that happened. And all of a sudden, everyone went down. And Ocus and Nut are just sitting there like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll win this game if I have to.
Yeah. And that was like at the loss of vehicles as well. It wasn't like a tank was doing all the damage this time. This time it was the players kind of getting in very weird situations. Gandhi specifically as well with Crackley. SPG, what was happening there?
I don't know. I mean, I guess sometimes it's better to be in a vehicle, whether or not it's actually